Hey y'all, it's your girl, Astonishing Figure. Y'all see I'm about 6 minutes late, so I apologize. I had to get the kiddo to his destination. But it's your girl, Astonishing Figure. If you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. I sure would appreciate it. If y'all want to follow me on YouTube, go ahead and follow me there. It's Astonishing Figures with the S. So go ahead and follow me on YouTube. More subscribers, I'm able to go live on YouTube. So do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. All right, so y'all see the topic. Again, I'm not going to be before y'all very long. Y'all know how I do, right? I hope everybody is doing good on today, loving on your family, enjoying each other, and just loving on each other, because that is the ultimate thing to do. Love on the people that love on you, okay? Love on the people that love on you. Okay, so y'all see the topic, balance it out. Balance it out. And when I talk about balance, I talk about having that intelligence where you can go through a test and get all, right answers. And then emotional intelligence. It's been a lot of emotions today. So I decided to speak about emotional intelligence. Okay? So once again, if you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. I sure would appreciate it. So emotional intelligence. There's actually tests out there that, just like IQ tests, where you can test your emotions, intelligence, to see how intelligent you are with your emotions. A lot of people lack this. No fault of their own, but they do lack emotional intelligence. So I just wanted to bring it to the forefront in regards of what emotional intelligence actually is. So when we discuss emotional intelligence, we talk about the intelligence of your emotions, just like we talk about when you do an IQ test, your intelligence in general. But this what I'm talking about is emotional intelligence. And when you are emotional intelligent, you are able and you have the ability to understand people. You have the ability to you have the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions. So emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in a positive way. Once again, is this hard? Absolutely. Absolutely. So just like with the IQ test, you can also learn ways to help increase your emotional intelligence, right? So if you are using your emotional intelligence right, you relieve stress, okay? So you're not so much stressed about emotions. You are relieving your stress. You're also being productive in your communication. So you're allowing yourself to actually listen and not just respond, right? A lot of people respond and don't listen. When you use your emotional intelligence, you allow yourself to be empathetic to others, actually putting yourself in those people's shoes to understand why that person is responding the way that they are. Okay? And then emotional intelligence allows you to overcome challenges. So things and barriers that may have hurt you in the past, or hurt your heart, or hurt your emotions, you balance that out and you allow yourself to move forward and be productive in your next relationship, whether it be a friendship or a companionship. And emotional intelligence allow you to also de-escalate conflict. So in a conflicting matter, when you are in that spot or in that uncomfortable situation, your emotional intelligence allows you to react in a certain way so it won't escalate. So when your emotional intelligence are at its peak, then you are able to understand yourself and understand others in a positive way, in a productive way. And you can use your emotions to help the situation or whatever. When we do talk about emotional intelligence, you gotta understand that it is the ability to identify where somebody is coming from, like I said before. So be aware of a person's limitations and their struggles. Also being aware of your own limitations, your struggles, and your strengths. So when you respond to someone, if you already in your mind are getting mad, you should not want to respond, because you know when you verbally speak, something negative is going to come out of your mouth. So you have to pay attention to your thought process when someone is talking to you. That's why it's so important to listen instead of respond. So somebody may be like, and you know, you did this, you did that. All you're thinking about is the response that you're going to give to that person. You're not actually listening to the words that's coming out their mouth. So when you do respond to that person, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be nothing of what they said. And it's going to be all of your emotions that's unbalanced. So be careful with that, because it'll allow you to get in a situation where you don't want to be in. Okay, you throwing stuff, you hitting on folks, you're doing all this unnecessary stuff. So control your thoughts, control your emotions. Actually listen to what somebody is saying to you instead of responding to what they're saying. When we listen, we get more information. We find out more information if we listen, instead of trying to hurry up and get our point across. Because like I said, when you're listening to someone, if you're actually listening, you're understanding where that person is coming from. But if you're just responding, then you're just going to respond in a negative way, because you already got your mind made up, right? So also, when we speak about emotional intelligence, it actually is an importance, because you have self-confidence and self-acceptance. This is very important in rejection. So when you're dealing with someone, like I said, whether it be a friendship, a co-workership, companionship, whatever the case may be. When I talk about ships, I'm not always talking about relationships. There are so many different types of ships out there. So when we're talking about emotional intelligence, it helps with your self-confidence, and it helps with your self-acceptance. And like I said before, this is important in rejection, because I mentioned before in my other lives that rejection is the same feeling that you feel if you got punched in the face. So your brain makes it the same feeling that you feel. So rejection, your brain makes it feel like you just got punched in the face. That's how rejection hurts so much. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe he or she, or I can't believe my boss rejected me, or I can't believe my spouse rejected me, because it feels like the same feeling that you would feel if you got punched in the face. So when you have emotional intelligence, it allows you to balance out that and bring self-confidence in and self-acceptance in. Emotional intelligence also allows you to be able to embrace change. So you're not emotional about change. You're not so emotional about a breakup or leaving a job or getting into a debate or a argument with your friend. Emotional intelligence allows you to balance that out. It doesn't allow you to get in your emotions about it, because once again, when you're in your emotions, you're not listening. Okay, you're not listening. You're just going to respond. Emotional intelligence also allows you to have a greater interest for people. It allows you to want to understand where a person is coming from. Once again, you're not just listening. You're not just responding. You are listening as well. Also with emotional intelligence, it allows you to control your emotions in challenging situations. And I said that before. When we are in challenging situations, or when we feel uneasy or it's uncomfortable to us, Our emotional intelligence allows us to respond in a positive way so we can get a positive outcome. I hope that made sense. And if you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. I sure would appreciate it. When we do have emotional intelligence, like I said, you must think before you respond. My mama always said, it's not what you say, it's the way you say it. So always think before you respond. A lot of people are walking around here and responding instead of thinking. That's why they're in the situation that they're in, or they don't have the relationships that they want, their heart desires, because they actually responded before they thought about it. And they said something with their emotions instead of saying something that was meaningful and made sense to both parties. Another reason that emotional intelligence is super important is because it allows you to understand where that person is coming from. People can say, oh yeah, I understand, I feel you. No, you don't. You don't understand I just said. The only thing you understand is yourself. And that's a problem. That's a huge problem. That's why a lot of relationships are not lasting, because people are not understanding where that other person is actually coming from. They're just responding. Heighten your emotional intelligence so you can be able to properly respond, and so that you can listen to what the other person is asking of you. Emotional intelligence does that. Emotional intelligence is essential to your personal growth. So anybody out there trying to grow personally, I'm the one. Tap into your emotional intelligence, please. Like I said, there's a lot of tests out there that actually does emotional intelligence and see where you are in that bracket. I would advise you to take it. I have taken so many tests. That's what I do. I'm a research queen. But take that emotional intelligence test and see where your emotions are. You might find out that you don't listen and you're mean. I had to find that out. This may be due. So have you ever heard of the saying that people say, you so smart, you dumb? Or he's so smart, or she's so smart, but she's so dumb. That's because that person is lacking emotional intelligence. So they can be smart, so smart, know everything about anything of history, but they are dumb to the fact of connecting with people or embracing and understanding and controlling their emotions, that they're dumb. So that's why you hear that saying, you so smart, but you so dumb. And that's because of the lack of emotional intelligence that person possesses. And the last thing that I want to talk about, and I've talked about it throughout this live, is if you want to increase your emotional intelligence, listen, then respond. Listen, and then respond. Listen, and then respond. Stop responding in your thoughts already, so you're blocking out everything that you're trying to listen to. Listen, and then respond. And once again, is this easy? No, especially if you like me. I'll be like, what? It's time to listen to what somebody else is trying to tell you. It's time to listen to what the people around you want from you, because they love you. So if somebody is talking to you and trying to express the way that they feel, it's only right for you to actually listen to what they're saying, instead of already responding in your mind and already having your mind made up about how you're going to respond to what they're saying. That's not fair. And that's why relationships or friendships or co-workerships or whatever, they don't last, because nobody is actually listening to the other party and what they're actually saying, and you're not being empathetic and putting yourself in that person's shoes. So that's all I have for y'all. Emotional intelligence is real, just like the IQ is real. So I strongly advise you guys to find the test that works for you and take your emotional intelligence test. If you want to know mine, you could go ahead and inbox me, and I'll send you a link so that you can take an emotional intelligence test, because it's very important. If you are in your personal development, it's time for you to be developed all the way around. Not just in your what you know as far as your knowledge, but it's also about your knowledge of self too. Your knowledge of self. So just like the knowledge of learning history and learning where we're coming from, and I see all this stuff on Facebook where we're trying to figure out where did we come from and what's going on. Start within yourself and have knowledge of self first. In between, I guess. I don't want to say first. Do both at the same time. It's very obtainable. So, once again, it's your girl, Astonishing Figure. If you are listening, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. I sure would appreciate it. I am going to upload this on YouTube as well, so you can see this on YouTube as well. So, you guys, be safe out there. Love on each other. Protect each other and listen to each other. If you swear you love that person, listen to them, because they have feelings too. Your feelings are not more superior than somebody else's. They're just not. And if y'all want this thing to work, then you have to listen, and vice versa. They have to listen as well. And that goes with friendships, relationships, co-workerships, everybody ships. Okay? All right. Y'all love on each other. Be safe out there. I'll see you guys next Saturday at 10 p.m. I love you guys. Be safe. Take care. Peace.